Hi guys, welcome back to Random Doctor Talks, where we talk about all things medicine and all things live. So today we're going to be talking about... Editor, you'll put drum roll. We'll be talking about pregnancy, labor and delivery, and postpartum. Kidogo too. So in case you don't know, we have a new mommy here with her little bundle of joy. So cute. Oh my God. Yeah, so we'll just find out how it was for her. And yeah, I'm curious, especially someone who's scared, terrified. Like I hear pregnancy, I'm just like, ooh.
Not you.
Me, I'm thinking surrogates. Because I don't know who's pushing out a baby. But yeah, so...
And coming from medics.
It's true.
Yeah, it's totally different when you're on the other side.
Really?
Completely.
Hey, you tell us everything. So first questions first. When you found out you were pregnant, what was your first reaction? Like, were you excited?
Yeah.
Was it like a shock?
I mean, I knew I was pregnant. I knew before I even took the test. I knew.
Yeah, she just burst my bubble over there.
I was just taking it just to confirm, like for sure. So
like what symptoms did you have?
I was tired. Guy. I think we filmed a couple videos in Nanyuki.
So you knew?
I knew.
You knew by then?
I knew, sis, I knew.
Someone could have just told us, but no.
I was so exhausted. Like I would lie down and I'm like, what is this? Like I'm not sleepy. I'm just tired out of my mind.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, this for sure is it. And then I started getting nauseous.
Yeah. Was it anything? I mean, it was like a specific smell or food?
Initially, it was just nausea. But then with time, I was so sensitive to smells.
This takes me to a story. So now she had just moved into a new house and the floors had been, was it polished?
Yeah, they had put varnish.
They had been varnished. So, it has that strong smell. So she was telling us, she's not feeling well. She thinks it's the varnish and it's making her nauseous. So I remember, because I was coming with Naisola, because we were filming that weekend. So when the car, we're just there talking, and then Naisola is like, Amma, she's pregnant. She's like, I think she's pregnant. Me, I'm like, that thought was nowhere in my mind. It did not cross my mind at all.
Because remember, I think I told you guys, like, could you not like wear strong perfume?
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Too well.
Yeah. Mimi, I was there like, yeah, there are people whose strong smells just affect them. But I was not thinking pregnancy at all. Knew. Even Titania was thinking the same.
Really?
Yeah. Me, I was just there in my own one.
That's the day I told you guys.
Yeah. Hey, but when she mentioned it, I was like, anyway, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah. So like there are days I'd go into the office, and well, I had hyperemesis. I'd go into the office and I just could not. People are there with their different deodorants and perfumes and these ones for men are called what?
Cologne. Mommy brain.
And then there's food, like, when you're having CMEs and they feed you. I just used to lock myself in the bathroom. Throw up. Then I go back to the office. After a few more minutes, I lost so much weight in the first trimester. I threw up so much. And it was like any smell. I even had to change like my soaps. I used to use Panga. Please. That's how bad it was.
That is known as character development. Huyu ni mtu wa Dove. Mtu wa Dove and
Johnson's and St. Ives. And then my oil, I had to use just baby oil, the unscented baby oil, Johnson's, because I could not stand any smell at all. I didn't cook for like, is it 3 or 4 months? Because the smell of onions, I used to just throw up instantly.
So what were you eating?
I was either eating out or someone would cook for me. Yeah, I couldn't cook myself. The smell of onions would just...
I think for me, I'm not getting pregnant anytime soon, please. But I think for me, one smell that I am 100% sure will affect me is oil. Burning oil. Woo! Because I feel like I can already smell when someone is using oil that has been used. Because there's another smell it has. That thing makes me so nauseous.
So you don't recycle your oil?
I do, but like I can still smell it, and it's for specific things. Yeah. But like after the second use, that's it. I can't actually keep.
Is it even healthy? I mean, it has burned so much.
I don't know. We'll Google. I don't think it's healthy. Yeah. What else? Oh, yeah. Okay. Any other symptoms apart from just vomiting? And nausea?
My God. Yeah. I was so sick. Oh. Is this, are you asking like before I found out I was pregnant?
Yeah, before you found out.
Before I found out, no, it was just the exhaustion and the nausea.
Oh, okay. And then after?
Hey, what did I not have?
I remember, by the way, you had to be like injected.
Yes. Yeah. The oral antiemetics were not working.
Oh, antiemetics is for
preventing
anti-vomiting medication.
Nausea and vomiting. Yeah. It was not working. I was on IVs, I was on fluids because I was so dehydrated. I could not drink water because the taste was nauseating me. I was only drinking sparkling water, and even that one was a struggle.
The ghetto.
Imagine.
That is sparkling water.
Today I can't taste it. Ooh-wee. So I was on IVs, and then I had everything. Everything from head to toe.
Your mood, how was your mood?
The mood fluctuated. First trimester I was irritable. Second trimester, I was really happy.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I was elated. I was just, all the time, I was excited. I was so excited because second trimester now your bad symptoms start reducing.
Yeah. So
like the headaches, the nausea and vomiting now has reduced.
Fatigue.
The fatigue, the constipation. Guy.
You said what?
Let me tell you.
At a constipation.
Hey?
First of all, you're not eating. So it's twice as bad.
Ooh. The pain. I used to weaker. I literally used to scream.
You understand why women get hemorrhoids?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I used to scream Aki, it's bad. Oh my gosh. What?
So would you say your pregnancy was one of the good ones? Was it like, you know, the way like Kim Kardashian, like her pregnancies are just woof on some other level. Like she has bad pregnancies. Yeah. So
I think it was a bit of both. The first trimester was hell, but then second was good.
It got better.
And then as now nearing the end, I used to hammer.
I noticed in that time we were filming, this girl was panting.
Wow.
She's just there. And she, you know, so you're defeated. Just in your own world. She's just there.
It's like, when is this going to be over?
Did you waddle? I feel like I didn't see you waddling.
A little, yeah. Like towards from like 34 weeks, I was waddling.
I feel like it's the cutest
thing.
Going
to the office.
We're just there like, it's so cute.
Yeah.
Hey. And then do you feel the weight, by the way?
You do. Do. And then like lifting it, you feel so much better. You feel relieved.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that on like TikTok.
You've seen, like when someone comes behind you and then they lift your belly.
But that's like after it's dropped, Amma?
Anytime. Yeah, like when it's heavy and then just lifting it, it makes a world of difference. Kabisa.
Like I feel like it's so weird because the weight is just here.
Yeah, but then you see, because of that and how your spine is aligned, then you also feel it in your back and then your legs, because your legs are carrying your whole body. You feel it everywhere, sis.
Pregnancy is scary. That's one thing that scares me.
But it's also beautiful. Like when you feel the first
so
kicks, nice. The kicks are so beautiful.
At how many weeks did you feel your first kicks?
18.
Oh, 18. So it's accurate.
It is. Yeah. Imagine it is. I actually waited.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the week. And then I started feeling, at first it feels like you're being tickled. like you have butterflies in your tummy that are just moving like this. But then as you go along, you can actually feel this.
Yeah. And like the movements, sometimes like you'd examine like a mother and you literally see the baby moving.
Yes.
You feel this. That's interesting.
You even see from one side to the other.
That is so crazy.
It's actually a miracle. Like I feel like pregnancy, childbirth, is a miracle.
Especially they used to be told that pregnancy is more of a risk than it is, all flowers.
It's not a disease, but it's very high risk.
Yeah. Hey, so when you have a good pregnancy, hey, thank God, by the way.
Thank God. People who don't get sick. Yeah.
And people, oh my God, there's one thing you actually prayed you didn't get when you nose.
Although, like the last 2 weeks, it did.
But that's the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The people who go the whole pregnancy and the nose has spread. I feel like I'll be that. I just know it'll be me. Like, I'll just be there like, but it's okay. And then some people actually get serious acne.
Yeah.
And hyperpigmentation.
Yeah. Mine was kidogo. I actually thought I'd get a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it scares me.
But it ends.
So let's talk about how it ends.
Yeah.
Will tell us about your labor story?
Hey, okay. Where do I start?
Because we weren't there, we didn't know.
It was nothing like I could have imagined. Nothing
And she's a medic.
At all. Like, not in my wildest dreams. So it was an induction.
Oh, induction. Let's explain it to them. When you're given a medication to stimulate labor, or to induce
kick
labor.
It off. So my labor was all of 6 hours from induction to delivery.
That's such a short time.
It was short, but
so short.
Hell, it was.
And then they go back for round 2. Me, I don't understand.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I was induced around 9 in the morning.
Well, wait, did you go into labor at home? Or like
no. No.
So you were
I didn't
post-date?
go into labor at all.
You were post-date?
No, it was a medical induction.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So the first round didn't kick in. So ile ya usiku.
Yeah.
Then the doctor did another one in the morning at like 9 a.m.
Ebu tell them the first round. The first round is 4. She's been given medication 4 times.
No. Just once.
Oh, so the first cycle, the first dose.
Yeah, the first dose.
Okay.
Yeah. So the second one is the one. Hey, my Lord. Ooh, I don't know if I've recovered actually. I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yeah. So literally, as soon as he walked out of the door, my contraction started. I don't know what he did, Hope. I don't know.
You're scaring me.
I swear. You know how, and I've induced so many people before.
Yeah.
It takes a while to kick in.
Especially someone who's your first baby. Yeah, it takes a while.
It can take even 24 hours. The minute he walked out, I was like, yep, this is it. So, in fact, I decided, hey, let me go now take a shower so that I can settle.
Let me go take a shower.
For whatever is going to happen. And by this time, I don't know if it's just my body, but the contractions were close. They were like 5 minutes apart. And 5 minutes is like really close together. Yeah, and then he told me I was 3 centimeters. When he was doing the induction, he told me I was 3 centimeters. It was PV.
I say you are so close. 1 more centimeter. Apple, no induction.
So after my shower, I was like, hey, what is this? What is this?
Contraction.
Because now they are 2 minutes apart. I'm like, this is not normal.
Were you counting?
I was sort of estimating.
Okay.
I was like, this is not normal. Like I've just been induced.
Were you like panicking?
I was not panicking. You know, I had really waited for them. I was like, okay, let me just get it over and done with.
Like, is that what? No.
But I'm like, this can't be normal. 2 minutes apart, and you've just been induced.
That's
this
actually
is like maybe
very
an hour
close.
later. And then now they start becoming intense.
If you compare your period cramps and labor, just tell us now, by the way. Now you can confirm.
Please, sis.
Child's play?
Sis. Child's play. And I get really bad period. We've talked about, we've done a video on periods. I get really bad cramps. But this?
Me, I don't know if I'll make it. Because, no, just honestly speaking, periods are,
you will. Imagine you will.
Now you're telling me this is G
and
times
then,
what?
No, take hope in knowing that it was an induction, so it was not natural.
But the labor is still the same.
No, because you've been given something unnatural.
Or to like help you.
Yeah. So it's maybe 10 times as bad.
This is assuming. Like, first of all, my mom, like all of us, we are 3, and it was induction for all 3 of us. Yeah, because she was post-date. Yeah. So, me, I hope, please, God, I don't want that one.
Utakunywa castor oil. Anyway, so now they're like 2 minutes apart. This time I was just with my husband, but I'm like, hey, I need my mother.
Like, yeah, thank you. I appreciate you being here, but...
So I called my mom. I'm like, Aki, just come. Because I had told her, oh, no, don't worry about it. I've just been induced.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, like, maybe you can come in the afternoon. Maybe when the baby will be born by then. I was like, guy, just come now. So anyway, and then the plan with my doctor was to get an epidural.
Yes, amen to that.
Right? That was the plan.
Yeah.
So, and I know like 3-4 centimeters is a good time to get an epidural. Before the pain is too intense, before you're dilated too much. So I request for it. And it just doesn't come. 30 minutes later, the nurse comes and tells me, oh, we're trying to reach the doctor, but we can't. But he had written a prescription for some medication. Let's give that to you. We see how you do, then we'll try again. So they did give me IV medication, which knocked me out.
Really?
Yeah, I was given Pethidine.
What?
Yeah. At the time, I mean, I've never used Pethidine.
Yeah.
For any woman in labor. Maybe just because I work in Mashinani. But I've never heard of...
I didn't know you can give Pethidine.
I didn't know either. Yeah. But I was like, hey, at this point,
I'm
in so much pain. If it's safe for both of us, Aki, just give me whatever you're going to give me. Please. So it knocked me out for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
I have no recollection of those 2 hours completely.
Life was sweet.
Sweet, but I was still in pain. From what I'm told, I was still wailing and in a lot of pain.
So even Pethidine doesn't work for labor pain?
It worked. I think more than taking away the pain, it knocks you out. Yeah, so you're not aware of it. So I was induced at 9 in the morning. By 1 p.m., I still haven't gotten my epidural. I'm like, guys, what is this? I mean, I'm in a private hospital. You would think that being in a private hospital and being a medic myself, nothing. By this point, I'm getting so frustrated. Now I've come to, after the 2 hours of being knocked out.
Oh,
now I'm conscious again. So, now I'm so frustrated. I'm like, why am I not getting my epidural?
And were you more dilated? Had they examined?
Before, they tell me, okay, before you get your epidural, let's check to see how far along you've gone. Because, I mean, by this point, I'm screaming.
The patients you always look at like...
Yeah, like, I see, Squani.
No, that was you.
Yeah. By this point, I'm screaming, I'm wailing, I'm crying. The nurse says, okay, let me check. Maybe you've dilated because they are coming now. I think now they were like 1 minute apart. Guy, do you know what she told me? Ati umefikisha 4.
Those are things you don't want to hear, by the way.
I was like, this is how I die.
Yeah.
This is actually how I die.
You're counting 5, 6, 7. I have all that to go.
I'm not gonna make it. I can't. Like, you've refused to give me my epidural. I'm not gonna make it. Like, this for sure is how I die. So now all this time we're still, like trying to reach the doctor. Like, that's a whole other story. But eventually at, let me say 2 o'clock, I'm told, okay, you can get the epidural now. Consent has been given. Let's go down to theater. I'm like, people, I have to move. Why can't the anesthesiologist come to me?
They give epidurals in theater.
Imagine the specific hospital.
Interesting.
because I know of other hospitals where they come to you. It's like it's a bedside procedure, but that particular hospital, their policy is it has to be done in theater.
I just guess like if anything goes wrong, you're already in theater.
I mean, yeah, but it's such a hassle.
Yeah, it is. It is especially if you're 4 centimeters dilated. It's a hassle.
So I master the strength, get onto the wheelchair, sign those papers quickly, and now I'm wheeled into theater. Well, maternity was 6th floor, theater was a lower floor, so we have to go down.
That's interesting. Maternity is 6th floor.
Imagine.
Interesting.
So we get to theater, and well, my husband is told he can't come in. So now I'm all alone, and I clinched onto the nurse. I'm like, don't leave me, please. I held her so tight, even her, she panicked.
Ooh.
Literally, the minute we got into theater, I was like, guys, I need to push.
But wait, from 4 to full.
Now, I don't know what happened. I'm like, hey, guys, I need to push. They're like, no, you're only 4 centimeters. Just breathe.
Relax.
But am I breathing? I'm hyperventilating. I'm just wailing. Akisi kujijua.
And you forget the nonsense you are doing. At that point, it's not nonsense. But when you think about it later, you're like, hey, I was doing the most.
Guy, it's not glamorous. Ooh, wee. So they're telling me, no, just breathe, don't push.
Did you feel the urge to bear down?
I did.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, guys, just please check me. They're like, no, let's first just get the epidural, then your pain will end. All your problems will end.
Be solved.
So I got onto the bed. The minute the anesthesiologist put the needle in, my water broke. All this time it hadn't broken.
Oh, really?
It's because I'm only 4 centimeters.
Yeah. There's a long way to go.
So it broke. I'm like, okay, please just check me. You see, my water has broken. Do you know what one of the nurses said?
What?
Atileta kitambaa amejikojolea.
How?
Yeah.
How?
Imagine. Anyway, we need to do better as healthcare workers. We need to do better.
That's sad.
Very, extremely. I mean, I'm telling this story in a very light way, but it was actually really difficult, and I struggled. I really struggled because there are so many things that went wrong that should not have gone wrong. So anyway, after the needle, the doctor puts the medication. He's like, oh, can you feel something trickling down your spine? I'm like, yes, I feel it. Is the pain less? Yes, it's less. I just wanted him to finish.
Yeah.
So he took out the needle and then they lay me down. Next thing I know, let a trolley, let a delivery pack. Mtoto ndio huyu. I'm like, guys.
Yeah, we need to listen to patients.
How many times did they tell you to check me?
We need to listen to the patients.
Yeah, we really do.
This reminds me of, I remember watching This Is S when she was delivering. But okay, for her it was a bit different because she was being told, okay, you can push now. But then in her head, she was making, when you're pushing, you're like, but she was not actually pushing. She was just like, she was just so tired. It was painful. So she wasn't pushing. And then the nurse told her, we can feel the contraction and we know you're not pushing. So please just push. Okay, it was just so funny. But yeah, it's true. We need to listen to the patients a bit more.
We really do. Yeah, so 2 pushes and my baby was out.
Imagine that's precipitate labor.
Is it though? Because it was induction.
Yeah, you can still get precipitate labor from induction because it's the duration.
It's about the duration, but also, is it maybe just how my body reacted to that? Maybe if it was half the dose, it would not have been
that quick.
Yeah. Maybe.
The possibility.
I mean, I asked myself all these questions. But anyway, 2 pushes, baby was out. Now, after the first push, the doctor is like, now they called the OB, the hospital OB, not my gynae. He's like, I need to give you a small cut. I'm like, no, don't cut me. I have room. I have enough room.
I'll push, please.
I have enough room. I knew my baby was small.
Yeah.
And I would rather tear. I would rather tear than get a straight cut because it's easier to heal a tear. Did he listen? Oh, this guy snipped. That's another story of healing my episiotomy that was so unnecessary. My baby was 2.7 kgs.
Yeah, that's pretty small.
Very small. Yeah, so he cut. Anyway, baby was out and she cried and I was so excited. But then they didn't put her on me.
So chaos again.
Chaos.
Where is my baby?
I'm like, you people, which medicine is this you're practicing? Like,
so where did they take the baby if they didn't put the baby?
the baby was just down there, like has just come out and they're just holding her down there. And then I see a nurse with scissors. I'm like, no, don't cut yet. Yeah, don't cut yet. Like, give it at minimum 2 minutes. Did she listen? Went to sleep. I'm like, guys,
like, fine, I'm not coming back here.
Yeah.
Because they're not listening to anything you were saying.
At all. And now you can imagine someone who has no medical background.
Yeah.
It would have been 10 times worse for them. You know, feeling like they're not being listened to. It's actually, you feel hopeless. Because at this point, you are hopeless. You can't stand up and do any of these things for yourself. So you're at their mercy.
Did you feel how, okay, you know, sometimes you don't empathize with patients because you don't understand what they're going through. So now being the patient, did you actually understand why they complain?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, generally, I try to empathize with them.
Yeah.
But more so when you've experienced something like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because like me, say I used to tell you guys, these ladies in maternity who are screaming, as you're saying, you are wailing, screaming. I'm just like, sis. But then
hitting the wall, hitting the floor,
doing things that rolling. Like even them, if they were told those stories, they'd be like me.
Yeah.
But now you understand why.
Yeah, that pain will actually make you delirious. I was delirious.
So now, because you had been injected, did the epidural?
Nothing. Zero.
Were you charged for an epidural?
Of course. This is Kenya.
Okay.
Imagine.
Life is tough. Hey. Yeah. And then when they were giving you the episiotomy, did they anesthetize you?
No, only before suturing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So after how long did they put the baby on you? Now that the baby was just hanging.
I had to keep asking for her to be placed on me. And probably maybe roughly 2-3 minutes after.
That's pretty long.
That's pretty long because even by this time my placenta had been removed.
That's pretty long.
I'm like, guys, what are you doing with her there? See, she's okay. Nimesikia Melia.
Then they're vibing.
So now I even start panicking. I'm like, is my baby okay? Is she okay? Why are you not giving her to me? They're like, oh, pana ako sawa. So they put her for like 10 seconds. I'm like, guys, where's the rush?
I told you, Kenyans are always in a hurry.
She's not going to school. Where are you rushing her to?
She's not going to school.
Give us even 1 minute.
Hey, we bond.
Yeah. So I felt so bad. They took her. They start weighing her. I'm like, you guys are doing irrelevant things. This is supposed to be...
It can come later.
Yeah. Mother, what do they call it? Kangaroo.
Yeah, KMC. Kangaroo mother care. Like skin to skin. It's actually important.
It's very important.
It's important.
And then like the whole crawling, you know how babies crawl
they crawl to the nipple.
Yeah.
Imagine. They didn't let her crawl to the
nipple.
They
didn't let her. Anyway, we move.
Yeah.
So she was weighed, she was cleaned, and then she was kept warm. And then they said, oh, we need to take her to the nursery. I'm like, why? Is she fine? They're like, no, ako sawa, but we need to keep her warm. I'm like, guys,
skin to skin.
I'm all the warmth she needs at this moment. Me, I don't know which medicine you're practicing, but because I'm helpless, okay, you fine.
Just go.
Yeah, okay. So luckily, because her dad was now outside theatre waiting. So they went together to the nursery. I was kept in recovery for like 2 hours doing nothing because I had no
surgical procedure.
Was nothing. Hey, healthcare.
Well, that's an interesting story.
We need to do better. Yeah, but we thank God that we are both fine.
Yeah.
Things could have gone left. Left.
I think that was very fast.
It was
6 hours.
Yeah, it was very fast.
Wait.
Yeah, but we thank God we're okay.
Yeah. Then, be honest. The first time you look at your baby, how did she look? Be honest.
How did she look? She was so cute.
Okay.
She was so cute. I mean, they say newborns are not cute. Guy. And maybe she was just cute in my eyes.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it.
But there's something about looking at your child that is just like, you know, some people, you look at some people's children and be like,
No, but
and I was like, if people are thinking that about my child, like, it's okay, I don't care.
Yeah, that's your child.
Yeah, it's my child and I love her to death. So I really don't care.
But imagine, I generally find newborns cute. Even if they look like old men. Oh my God. They look like the cutest. No, for real. Because, you know, like they've been squished in there. So it'll take some time for their skin to like stretch and adjust. But they're so cute.
Really cute.
Yeah. People are like, I know, they're not cute. They look like stew. I'm like, no. These babies are so cute.
Yeah, a big majority of them are cute.
None in particular. Okay, so now you've delivered. How long did you stay in hospital?
I was there for 5 days because
Why?
the first night was the induction night.
Okay.
And then I didn't have milk for 2-3 days.
Woo, that's another story.
Yeah, so, and pediatrician said, you're not going home till you get milk.
Yeah, you come back with dehydration.
Wherever you get it from, itakuja. We're not giving formula. You need to get milk. And it came, imagine.
Did you do anything? Like, did they give you any supplements?
Yes, I was on Motilium, and I also used some lactation products. Yeah, we'll link them down below.
Oh, they're like cookies and stuff.
Yes, cookies, muffins, tea.
I have a question.
They
Will they work on someone who's not pregnant? I'm just asking. Like, if I consume these products, will I produce milk?
I don't think so, because a lot of that has to do with prolactin and oxytocin. So probably not. Yeah.
I was just curious.
I don't know though.
I'll try.
Yes, December for sure. Yeah, so it took 3 days for the milk to come in. And I think a lot of that was because, I mean, I was still traumatized from that whole experience. And then latching was an issue. I was tired.
Were you explained to? Like, did anyone come and tell you, oh, this is how you're supposed to, even if you knew?
Yes. Oh, my pediatrician came. I have an excellent pediatrician. Good. She came holding my baby, gave the baby to me, taught me, hold like this, latch like this, sit like this.
That's nice.
You need to relax.
Because I remember,
she was excellent.
Who's Shiki from Over 25, and she's talking about her labor and delivery story. Has a C-section, but she's like, she felt so isolated, and like, even if she was a mom, like even before that, you know, sometimes you need that help. Someone to tell you, just do this, do that.
This is the second time round. And then I guess also because there was a big age gap between her first born and the second born.
Something's changed,
Yeah, you forget.
So it's good that your pediatrician.
Breastfeeding is not natural. It is a skill. And you're both learning.
That's true.
You've never done it before as the mother. And this child is new to life. Like, not only does she not know even how to breathe, you know, she's just learning all these new things. Yeah. And then add on to that breastfeeding. So you really have to be patient with each other. Sometimes I'd get frustrated, like, why are you not latching? But then I remember, no, you're new to this. You don't know it.
And then also stress reduces your milk. Yes. So it's a vicious cycle.
It is.
Yeah. But at least the milk came.
Yeah, thank God. Latched. And it came in abundance.
Hey, we don't complain about excess milk.
Until you get a clogged duct.
You get a what?
Hey. When it fungicans.
Oh, a clogged duct.
Yeah. That was almost as bad as labor pain.
And then people want me to get pregnant. Hey!
But who said you're going to experience all this?
Who said I won't?
But who said you will?
But who said I won't?
Everyone's is different.
It's just so scary. I can't even lie. Yeah. But was breastfeeding, is it painful?
Very. Yeah, don't let them lie to you.
Like,
it's very painful.
Every time? Or just then?
Initially, it was painful the first, like, when you start breastfeeding, the first couple of days, it's painful. But also during each session, the first few seconds up to like a minute are painful. But after that, it goes away. Okay. Yeah. So like now it's not painful. Yeah. But initially, the latching, and then, you know, they're really hungry at first. So they're really pulling.
And they really have a pull.
They do.
They're strong.
Their suction is so strong. But the pain reduces with time. Okay. Yeah.
So how has postpartum been for you?
Hey, it's been a roller coaster.
Tell us more.
Yeah, it's very up and down. Like the first 2 weeks were difficult, very difficult.
It's something so new. First of all,
something so new. You go from being so excited to being exhausted. Like you're exhausted all the time because this baby is feeding round the clock.
Actually, yeah, you just have food supply.
Yeah, like every maybe 2 hours you're feeding, which means you cannot sleep for more than 2 hours. And even if the baby is asleep, you're not necessarily sleeping.
That's true.
Because you're tired, but you're also excited. You're like, oh my gosh. You're looking at your baby. But then you're also checking, are you breathing? Yeah. The number of times I've been like, sometimes I'll just be there and look. You're like,
chest right?
Like, is her chest moving? You go and feel for the warmth. You even put your hand like, hey, okay, is there any movement?
Signs of life.
Hey, sometimes you don't see any of that because they're very silent breathers, newborns. Hey, so you have to stimulate the child.
Breathe a bit. I saw there's this, I think there's a movie I was watching, and now they had been discharged from hospital with their new baby, and then they're looking at like the nurses and stuff, like, what do you want us to do with her or with him?
Okay, let me tell you.
Like, you just want us to go with the baby, and then
the night we got home, I got blues, right?
Yeah.
So for the first 2 weeks, my hormones were, which is expected. Most ladies go through it. I think 70%, they say.
That's a big percentage.
70% will go through blues, and then out of those 70, I think they say 30, maybe 15 to 30% will actually tip into postpartum depression. So it's a big percentage, and it's mostly hormonal.
Yeah.
Your body has gone from carrying this life for 10 months to now you're back to being alone, but then there's still so much happening. So the night we got home, I was like, ni sisi tu?
You're like, there's no nurse.
There's no bell to ring.
It's just you and me.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, I panicked. Me, a whole doctor. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my good heavens.
Mom, what am I supposed to do?
Hey,
I think we're even just lucky that they just drink milk at that stage. Imagine if now they were eating.
They needed food. Hey. Yeah, that night, you actually go through shock. Yeah, you do.
Wow.
You do. You go through shock.
But at least now you're like used to it.
Yeah. You adapt. You get into the groove of things. Oh, and then I had a really nice doula. A really, really nice doula.
How was your night for bougie?
It was virtual because she's not in the country, so it was virtual. So
throughout your pregnancy, she was there?
Not throughout.
Not your pregnancy, your labor?
No.
She didn't make it.
Just the last few weeks of pregnancy, there are classes. Yeah. So we did birthing. They're called birthing classes. You learn all sorts of things. Yes, I'm a doctor and we know these things, but it's completely different. Yeah. And you're looking at it from such a different perspective as a mom to be. It's like all that information just
leaves your brain.
It leaves you. Yeah. And it's like, wow, okay, so these are the reasons, like, this is what I need to look out for to know I'm in labor. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll link her page below as well. She was so good. Oh, my goodness.
She's based out of the country?
Yeah, she's out of the country. Okay. So she does online classes. And then postpartum classes.
Oh, it continues.
Yeah, well, not classes, but like just checking in to see how you're doing. Good. Postpartum support, let me call it.
That's good.
So I remember she's the first person I told my birth story, and she was just bewildered at how, let me say, negligent people can be, because some things did not need to happen. Yeah.
Especially if you're saying, do this.
Yeah,
do this.
Exactly. Yeah. But she was excellent. Like, the support was immense. You don't realize how good it feels, like, for someone to validate you and tell you what you're going through is normal. It's okay.
That's true.
and you'll be fine. So like we still talk even now.
She's waiting. And when's number 2 coming?
Yeah.
Be like, madam,
Hey,
child spacing.
After delivery, I was like, hey, huku mimi sirudi until like minimum 5 years.
Yeah, that's good.
But you get home and look at your baby and it's like, oh, I could do this again.
Yeah, just like the pain. I'm just like, God, may please bless me with enough money because Aki for real surrogate.
For real?
Hey,
For real?
I feel like, you know, the people who actually faint, the people who collapse. Yeah, that will be me.
You'll collapse and wake up.
If I wake up, you better have taken me first, yes?
No. Imagine you'll make it.
Wow.
Even if it means people carrying you and holding you.
You see, you know the butt cramps you get when you're on your periods? If those ones, ata siwezi, I can't handle them. And now labor, guy.
It's different though.
It's different.
This one you're anticipating a life. You're like, it's gonna be worth it.
Yeah. Yes, it will be worth it. Hey, but that pain though.
Yeah. It's intense, but you saw it's like a distant memory now. I don't remember it like, and feel the pain.
Yeah.
It's like,
just like, the baby.
like, that was the ghetto, but we're good now. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, did you do sits butts?
I did because of my episiotomy.
How was that?
It was not fun. That is
something else. Woof.
Woof. And then these days, I don't know how it is in your hospital, but most gynaes recommend perineal flushing.
Oh,
like flushing with
so
spray,
of course not.
Spraying the area with water as opposed to actually sitting in salty water.
Me, first of all, let me tell you, I will obsess. I will sit in that water for even 30 minutes because I'm just like, everything that's dirty needs to come out and you need to heal ASAP.
Yeah. So I sat in it because it's actually very soothing.
Really?
It's very
But how
soothing.
effective is just spraying? Like,
the point is to keep the area clean.
Does it prolong the healing period?
I don't think so. I don't know if research has been done there.
I want to check actually.
But it's just to keep the area clean, and then now you dry, and then...
and was peeing painful?
For me, no. Luckily, it wasn't. Even my first poop was not painful. It was not as bad.
They don't talk about these things, by the way.
Yeah, I was so terrified. I almost overdosed on my
laxative.
Yeah. I used to take it religiously. But I was still so scared. I didn't poop for like 3-4 days.
No, you
because
give
of the
yourself
fear.
Constipation.
No, because of the fear.
I understand. Because that's a wound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when it happened, it wasn't too
wiping, but you're using wipes, yeah?
Cotton wool. I was using it's because it's much softer, as opposed to tissue, which can be quite painful.
Woo.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a few questions. I had asked some people like on Instagram, like what questions they have about labor, pregnancy, delivery. Let's see what they asked. I know one of them asked, how can you prevent tears? Well, that's a tough one because
you can actively do something to prevent the tears. Your
midwife
support
can do.
Yeah, support, which is supporting your perineum, because you get a tear because it stretches beyond what it's used to. And then, obviously that creates the tear. But if you support it, then it stretches within its limits.
Yeah.
So you can do that, but there are some, like, for example, if the
baby is big.
Yeah, big baby, or what do you call it? Like if you're not roomy, if you don't have
enough space.
Yeah. Also, I guess the stretching.
Yeah, because now it becomes you'll get a point of weakness.
Yeah. Yeah.
But something else is also listen to your midwives or whoever is helping you deliver. When they tell you to push is when you push. But if you push when you're not supposed to push, you're expelling the baby out. So it'll overstretch. Yeah. So that's also when it can tear. There was another one I've forgotten. For people who have had FGM, because already the space is too small. So ideally they're supposed to get episiotomies.
Yes. Yeah.
But they may not, and it'll just tear. But also, even with the episiotomy, it can still tear more. Yeah. Also, very fast labor, by the way. So hers wasn't. It was fast, but what we call a precipitate labor.
Yeah.
If you go through labor so quick.
Yeah, because also the hormones help to
relax
the muscles, and moisten the area so that it's not as
tight. Then there was another question. Why is there no emphasis on postpartum mental health checks, especially within the first 6 months? She said first 6 months equals dark to her. So I guess her postpartum was a bit tough.
It's so important. Oh my goodness. Cannot overemphasize this enough. It's so important.
I think because it's not yet being okay, we can talk about it more, especially as healthcare workers. We can, create awareness about it, but also you, the patient, let it be known to your health provider that this is what you're going through. Yeah, because sometimes they're not aware, and maybe it may just slip their minds. But if you remind them, they can do something. They also like support groups.
Their support group. I don't know of any.
I'm sure they're there.
We should look for some. And create that awareness.
But actually it's true, we should create awareness.
Hey, it's not easy.
Hey, especially hormones are not things to play around with. Hey? If periods are just a small sign, now imagine postpartum. Then someone asked, what are the side effects of what? Pregnancy. everything and anything, by the way. I think there are common symptoms or things to expect, but I feel like everyone's experience is slightly different. Like you might have the nausea, someone else won't have it.
Some people get heartburn. I didn't really struggle with heartburn.
People lose their teeth. Me, I didn't know. Yes, people lose their teeth.
Wait, what? Why?
Yes, I don't know. Me, pregnancy is madness. It's madness. People lose their hair. So I think it's very individual, but there are common symptoms that you can talk about. But I feel like even for us, I feel like I learn a new symptom every day.
I
learn a new symptom every day. And it scares me even more.
Postpartum night sweats.
Oh, really? Progesterone.
Yes. Progesterone is not... It's not very friendly. Hey.
Hormones.
Wow. I'd have to change my bedding like twice a night. 2 times. Imagine.
They don't tell us this thing.
Waking up soaked.
Hey,
it's the ghetto.
Another question was how to correct a hernia. Okay, so I don't know if you guys, there's this YouTuber called Patricia Bright. She actually has a hernia after her 2 pregnancies.
It wasn't repaired?
It was repaired. So for a hernia, it has to be surgically repaired because it's a point of weakness, and then there's protrusion of your gut.
Intestines.
So that point of weakness has to be sealed, and how it's sealed through a surgical procedure. Some people can use, what are these things called? Did you waist the belts and all these things, but they don't correct the hernia. They just, I think they prevent worsening of the hernia because it can actually become bigger and bigger. So what happens, especially for ladies who've had C-sections done, your muscles, it's like they give. So there's a space in between where if you're...
This comes because of not repairing the rectus sheath properly. Because actually... we don't close the muscles.
We don't but some people the muscle, like this gaping is so wide, like big ladies, the gaping is so wide. We don't repair, but you can just try.
You can oppose them.
But if something is not repaired well, something we call the rectus sheath, then it'll create a point of weakness. Then now your gut will be protruding. That's how you get the hernia. So it has to be surgically repaired. So if you have it, please go and see your doctor.
Visit your doctor.
Then what other question was there? When is the right time to start waist training post giving birth?
Waist training?
I'm
like
not
to lose
so
your
sure.
tummy.
I think so. Then you need those tight, like corset like things. I guess to like lose your tummy.
I don't know. Some people
so
do it
sure.
immediately.
Is it
Some people
safe
leave the hospital
to do it
with those belts. I don't know, to be honest.
I guess
really
we can
don't
find
know.
out, but I'm not so sure.
But don't be in a hurry to.
Of course, if you've
get
gone through
things
surgery,
back to normal.
take your time. By the way,
take your time.
Things like breastfeeding reduces the size of your stomach. So just start these normal things first, and then you can consider.
Be patient with yourself. You've just gone through the most life-altering experience of your life.
Horrific.
That too, but I mean, you have a beautiful, child. So
Take your time.
take your time. Yeah.
But I think when it comes to gymming, they say 6 weeks, at least 6 weeks.
Or 6 weeks.
Yeah, but you have to, I think, consult your trainer because there are some exercises that are not for you. So I think if you're going to go back to the gym after you had a baby, I think just get a personal trainer who can help you know what exercises you need to be doing. Yeah, and then you can progress like that.
Yeah, pole too.
Yeah, I think those are all the questions. Is there another one? Yeah, those are the questions we got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sawa.
So guys, that was this story. And now she has her cute baby. Aki is so cute, by the way. She's so cute. Forget that. Scratch that. She's so cute. she's so small, so cute. Yeah, but anyway, it was nice to hear that story. Me, I'd never had that story, and I think I'm terrified. I'm scared. I'm scared.
You.
No, it's not just you. Even remember Chantal Petit?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like I feel like there's just so many stories that just scare me. But I don't know. It's good to hear them.
It's good to hear them, and I think this also goes to speak to why we as healthcare workers need to do better.
Yeah,
we need to take number one what our patients say like very seriously.
Yeah.
Listen to your patient, listen to them.
That's true.
And then also just do things the right way, don't look for shortcuts as a healthcare worker until you'll monitor after 1 hour instead of 30 minutes. Just do things how they're supposed to be done.
Yeah,
you can avoid so much.
That's true. And also I've forgotten this thing of being charged for things that you haven't used. Because me, from the story I've had, you didn't get an epidural.
I might as well not have.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a story for another day.
It is.
But it was so good to hear your experience. And now I'm an auntie.
Yay.
Yeah, so that's it for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. I think we'll talk about pregnancy and labor and all these things like more extensively because there's so much.
There's a lot, and so people are always looking for like support in terms of, because people go through it. People really
even postpartum. Now that you've talked about postpartum,
and then also like postpartum when you don't get to take your baby home. So yeah. People really need support. In many different forms. Anyway, congratulations, Mama. Thank you so much.
So guys, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and comment. I mean, let us know your experiences down below or stories you've had. And if you have any questions,
share with us.
Ask your questions as well.
Right. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.